Hello guys and welcome back to a new video. Today we will talk about the brand new Citroen C3 Aircross. It's a compact SUV with plenty of space, very good price and pretty good technology. And in this video I will make the full review, interior, exterior. We will talk about everything about this car, so we will find out everything in this video, but I will have a separate video where I test drive the car. If you want to see it on the road, if you want to see how is this car at drive, definitely check out the test drive video, because there I explain you a little bit more how the hybrid system works, because it has a pretty complex, interesting hybrid system. And we will talk about consumption, we will talk about suspension, comfort, visibility and so on. And yeah, I recommend you to check out that video. In this video it's static video. That means we will talk about the interior, material quality, space, multimedia, technical data, price, all that stuff, design, exterior design and so on. So yeah, definitely get the information from both videos because they will be really interesting. Now from my point of view, what it is, this C3 Aircross, it's built on the same platform as Opel Frontera. It's kind of shared the platform in the Stellantis group, which is very good. They share the technology, they share the experience, which is great. Plus, what I find it really interesting is the fact that Citroen, even though these days inflation grow and the prices are growing, Citroen managed to offer this B-class SUV, B segment, with a pretty good starting price. We will talk about that. And what it's the most impressive in this car is the comfort, is the space and the pretty good price for what this Citroen C3 Aircross offer. So yeah, stay with me because it will be really interesting. Now let's start with the price and with the versions that they offer. So the car comes basically in three versions: U, Plus and Max. We have Max, the top of the range version, so you know this car will have almost everything, so you know it's kind of a full option. Even though there are not many options to choose from, it's just one main option that I recommend you, and it costs you around 700 euro. That it's included like a winter package, heated steering wheel, heated windshield, heated seats, plus the fog lamps, and I will show you all of them in this video. And this car have them, and I really recommend you, if you buy the car, go for them, because in the winter will be very useful. Then you have the color, which is optional if you want to pay for. Anyway, it's not so expensive. And you have another option at around 700 euro, depending which country you are, which is the 7-seater. This car, I think, is the most spacious car in this class, and it's the only car that offers you 7-seater in this B SUV segment. So you can get another extra 2 seats behind the second row. And it's not super spacious. This car have 5 seats, so I cannot show you the 7 one. Probably in the future I will try to show you if I can get one. But from what I understand, from what I saw, you don't have too much space. It's space for kids or for small people, also like me. I'm 173 centimeters, but if you are very tall, the third row will not be super spacious, but relatively good to have this option. Let's talk a little bit about the price. The starting price, it's 18,400 euro. For an SUV like this one, I think it's a pretty good price. I mean, these days in 2025, with all these prices, it's an incredible starting price. Then the Plus version, which have a little bit more options, also 17-inch wheels. The U version have 16-inch rims. The Plus and Max, which we have here, have 17. Of course, they are different on the Max. They're a little bit nicer. I will show you when we go outside. So the Plus version costs 19,700 euro. And the Max version, which we have today, it's 26,500 euro. Without options. From here you add those options, but in general the car should be around 28,000 euro maximum. So they offer this huge spacious SUV, pretty nice design, pretty good technology at a price under 30,000 euro. I think it's a great deal, and it starts to compete a little bit more with the Dacia brand, you know. So now you have another option, and there are a few things here that are even more premium, and we will talk about those things. The length of the car 4.39 m and the wheelbase 2.67 m. Also the fact that we have the hybrid system right here, I can give you a few information about it, but more I will explain you in the test drive video, so definitely check out the test drive video. Now I will talk a little bit about the technical data about this hybrid version. Also, they offer it as a hybrid. They offer it hybrid 145 horsepower. In the past was 135, if you remember, but they kind of changed the software, they kind of upgrade this system, so now they offer you 145 horsepower, which is better. Also, I like the way it drives. It drives really nice, really smooth, which is great. And they offer also as a pure petrol engine with 3 cylinders, 1.2 liter, and they offer also as an electric car. And I plan to review also the electric version because it has an LFP battery, and I think it's also a great option for an electric car with a pretty good price and a lot of space. And yeah, that's for another video. Good. The car that I have with me is a front-wheel drive hybrid 145. It comes with a 1.2 liter petrol engine, 3 cylinders, plus a 28 horsepower electric motor, and also a battery, 48 volt, 0.9 kilowatt hour, which helped the system and also send the electricity to the electric motor, regenerate, and so on. We will talk about that in the test drive video more. It has an automatic transmission, 6-speed, special for this hybrid system, but on the entry-level version, 1.2 liter pure petrol, they offer you a 6-speed manual transmission, so you can get it also as a manual transmission. Top speed of the car, 192 km/h, 0 to 108.7 seconds. The fuel tank capacity, 44 liters. Turning circle, 10.9 meters. Ground clearance, 20 centimeters. This is great. The weight of the car, 1,389 kilograms. It's a pretty light car for the size. Also, the space in the trunk, 460 liter, and if you fold down the seats completely, it will go up to 1,600 liters. Consumption around 5.5 liters and CO2 emission 126 grams. Suspension, MacPherson independent on the front and torsion bar on the rear, but let's don't forget that the car comes with Citroen advanced control, they call it, with hydraulic progressive dampers, which is one of the best suspension system in this price range, in this class, if I can call it like that. It's pretty good. And Citroën, as you probably know, they are well known for how good the suspensions are and the comfort in the car, because they also count on those seats, which are very comfortable. Now, another thing that I want to point out is that the Max version, which we have right here, it has LED 3D tail lights, which on the entry-level version the car doesn't have that, so this is another extra, but we will talk right now when we go outside. All right guys, so first of all, let's start with the key. This is the key, a simple oldish key that you saw it also probably on other Stellantis cars. Also, in order to start the car, you have to use the classic key. I will show you also a little bit later what you can do with the key: lock and unlock the car. And because the car doesn't come with automatic liftgate, you cannot open it from the key, even though we have the Max top of the range version. So you will see that they have to cut some cost in order to offer you the car at such a good price. So it's understandable, guys. So when we report to the quality materials, to the options that the car come with, we always report, and I'm always reporting to the price and offer. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Otherwise, you can lock the car from here, you can unlock it from here, very simple, just like that. The good thing is that the car comes standard with those, or at least on this top of the range version. I'm not sure if on the entry-level version come with electric folding mirror, but this is a very useful thing. Also, it didn't come with keyless entrance, so you always have to press the button on the key, otherwise you cannot lock and unlock the car from here, from the door handles. Otherwise, what I like very much is the sound. I mean, when you close the doors, they sound pretty solid. The back sound much better. You can hear it. But I like that. It seems to be quite solid, the car. And of course, if you want to open the trunk, you have to open it manually. I will show you a little bit later. Now, because I show you how you start the car. You start it in a classic way. You put the key here, so you don't have the start-stop engine button. So in order to start, you do it just like that. Pretty simple. Here is the hazard light button, perfectly placed. And here we have the lights. So you set the headlamps like this, and here we have the fog lamps. So you go 2 times and you turn them on. Now I will turn off the climatic system because I want a little bit silent, so I don't want the car to be super noisy. The good part is that it has the battery, which is great. Sometimes the engine is off, so it's not so noisy. And I want to talk a little bit about the exterior. I turn on also the lights so we can see it. The platform that it's built is the same platform as Opel Frontera, the new Opel Frontera, and they share some other models in Stellantis group, which is very good. It looks good. It looks much better from my point of view in comparison with the previous C3 Aircross. It's much more mature, much more aggressive. When we look at the front end, you can see the bumper, the down part of the bumper, it's much more extended, and it has a much more stance, and it's also a little bit bigger. That means it looks bigger on the street, and it's also more spacious. And if you look from the side, you can see it's kind of squarish in the back, and also that can accommodate the third row of seats. Plus, when you have the 5-seater like we have here, you have a lot of space. So probably the most spacious car in this class. So that's very helpful. But overall, as a design, it looks pretty good. And it uses also this new design language that Citroën bring on the market. This new design language, you can see on the taillights, they're the best. You can see that the new C5, which will be released probably this year in the end, it looks basically the same, or it has kind of the same design language, which is pretty unique in a C design. You can see the taillights, but otherwise the back end, it's pretty standout. It's pretty beautiful from my point of view. And yeah, from the, I don't know, I wasn't a big fan before of the Citroën car before a few years ago, but now with this new design language, it started to be a little bit more attractive. It started to be more modern and a little bit nicer, and it has some stance, it has some powerfulness in it. Look at the front end, man, it's so powerful. It looks quite angry and muscular. You can see right now the car, it's in 2 colors. We have the black on the upper side, and then the main color in the middle, which make the car look really interesting, and the contrast is pretty nice. Also, I like very much that the car comes with those plastic around the wheels, which will protect the edges of the car and the paint in case you scratch it, and all those plastics are a little bit extended, and that's great. I like that, probably 1-2 centimeters, and they have also pretty nice design on them. And also here it's pretty much extended, which is great, and even the down skirt, it's extended. That looks good, pretty much practical. And also in the back, the same thing. So they add some elements of practicality, which are very important from my point of view. Down here you have the 17-inch rims, which came on the Max version. They look really good, alloy wheels, complete alloy wheels. On the rear, the car comes with normal solid brake discs, simple. And on the front, they are double ventilated brake discs. And of course, 17-inch rims. Now here you have the tank. Let me show you. This is the fuel tank, 44 liters on the driver's side, which is great, easy to fuel. Up here on the roof, you have this black glossy, I love it. And I love also these roof rails, which have right here Citroën. They look really nice, really modern, and they're really helpful because you can add some storage over it. Plus the radio antenna, it's kind of classic, kind of oldish. I don't know why they choose to do it like this, but yeah, it's okay. I think it doesn't matter, doesn't bother you too much. And then you have extended this spoiler, which look really round and nice, and it's really nice place. Tinted windows on the rear, I like that. And you have also this window on the side, it looks quite nice, the combination. And tinted windows also on the rear here. We will talk in a second about them. Heated window on the rear. Here you have the brake light, here you have a wiper, very useful. A little bit lower, we have those 3D LED lights, tail lights, they call it. They look really nice in the nighttime. Here you have the turning signal. Here you have also the brake lights integrated around there. And a little bit lower, you can see you have the fog lamp, which is LED down here. A little bit higher, you have the reverse camera. I will show you from inside, and light, normal halogen light, yellow light on the number plate. 6 sensors, very useful on the rear for parking and all the safety features. And then you have this gray around here, which is matte and a little bit more extended, the bumper on the lower end, which is again very helpful. And we have also this kind of a half of Citroën logo down here on the bumper, which look really cool. And the same design is also here. So they kind of try to add some elements that are related to the logo. So you can see this part of the logo here, and then some black glossy around here, C3, and Aircross writing with those letters in chrome. It looks nice, it's modern, much more modern than before. The handles you already saw in black, glossy, which is great. Here, guys, on the window, you will see when we get inside, when we'll go inside, it's one window from one piece. That means good visibility from the passenger. And also when you open the door, you will see the entrance, it's quite big, so you can go very easy inside the car. And also you have some white glossy touch around here. Those are the mirrors, blind spot technology in the corner, pretty big mirrors, good visibility. Turning signal, really long, LED light, very visible, and the mirror caps are also in black, so they contrast very well with the handles and the roof. Windshield, it's heated because we have the winter pack on, so it's heated everywhere. I will show you when we get inside. Up there we have the cameras that can read the traffic speed limit signs and also help with emergency brake, all that safety features, plus the sensors there a little bit lower. Plus the car have another sensor, another radar here behind the logo for emergency brake and all other safety features, and they work together with the cameras. The front end, very powerful. I like this nose, which is more extended. Look at this from the side. It's pretty extended, I like that. It looks good. Then you have the Citroen LED vision, full LED, no matrix, but they are full LED. Here is the low beam, here is the high beam, here is the daytime running light LED, and here is the halogen light, which is a normal halogen light, and also the daytime running light come also in a C design, pretty nice. And here in the front, the same as on the rear, black glossy Citroen logo. Air intake down here for the radiator, and down here another radiator, another design in the Citroen logo. I like that. I like this touch. And then inside you have some active cooling flappers that they are closed and open depending what the engine needs or the different parts. And here we have the fog lamps, which are normal halogen light, so it's not LED, it's a yellowish halogen light. And then on the side, some elements in black glossy, parking sensors on the front as well. Again, we have, if I'm not wrong, 4 parking sensors on, no, 6, because it's another one up here. Really interesting the way they position them. Quite nice, quite nice. It's the most interesting position of the parking sensors and safety sensors. Otherwise, this is the exterior. It looks good. What do you think, guys? Looks better than the previous version? Let me show you under the hood. From here you open, I want to stop also the lights, and here as well, we don't need them anymore. And I want to show you under the hood. Here in the middle, oh my God, it's so hot. I will need both hands now. All right, I just opened the hood, and because outside there is so hot outside today, there are like 40 degrees. It's one of the hottest day of the summer, and was so hot, the hood, I cannot open it. I have to use some textile material in order to open it. This is the way it looks. It's a manual lift gate on the front, and this is the engine plus all these electric parts like the battery, fuse box. We have the liquid for the wipers, liquid cooling. This is the way the array here in the front look like, just in case, yeah, you want to see how it looks. All right, now let me show you under the hood. Here you have the button, open the liftgate manual. This is the way it looks. Pretty big entrance, I like that. It's quite square, of course. The car is pretty practical from this point of view. Up here you can put the triangle, you have some handles to close it, and you have of course this protection for the trunk right here, which you can take it out very easy. And then inside here you have some plastic at the entrance, a flat floor here. This is very useful, you can fit in your stuff inside here without any problem. Storage space left and right. Here you have some hooks. You have the light here, a normal halogen light. And under the floor, the good part is that the floor, you can put it like that. It stays automatically there, which is super useful. And also you have some storage space in the front for triangles, repair kits, medical kits, whatever things you want to put there. But down here, you don't have any more space. You have some hooks in the corners, but no more space under this floor because they have to fit in somewhere the battery in the tank and all that parts for the hybrid system. But overall, this is the way it looks. This is the way it looks without that trunk protection. So in terms of space, it's more than enough. I mean, even if you have 2 kids, I mean, going in holiday, it's pretty easy because you have this squarish entrance which allow you to fit in a lot of stuff. And very interesting approach, it's where they install the window on the rear. Usually this window was much more closer than the other one, but here they have this approach where it's a big distance and then you have another window in the back. Plus you have the Eiffel Tower down there, and I think it's the Notre Dame right there, writing pretty cool stuff. I like that. And also here you have the cock from the French flag. Really interesting approach. Anyway, if you want to fold down the seats, you have to do it 60-40. You cannot fold down the middle part. So you have to go around here, pull this and push it forward. It goes really easy. Pull this strap and push it forward. And the good part is that it's a flat floor. That means it will allow you even to sleep here without any problem and to fit in big items like fridge, wash machines, wherever things you want. And I really love the contrast. The roof, it's in white. That means bright, nice interior and ambient. Plus the contrast with the seats in white. It's a lovely approach. And let me show you also from the side. If you open this door, as I said a little bit earlier, I really love the fact that the entrance is big. The fact that they put the window on the door allow you to have such a big entrance. Lovely. I love that. It's huge. The entrance is really huge. And this is the way it looks. Practicality in this car, it's a big plus. And here you have a flat floor. The material quality behind, I can't say it's the best, but it's pretty fine the way it is. I prefer to have a better price and this type of material. Down on the legs you have a transmission tunnel, not big, but it's there. We have this big window from one piece. On the both side, by the way, front and rear, the car doesn't have double glass. They're kind of the simple glass. If you want to fold down the window on the rear, you can fold it until here. It's kind of normal because it's really big, so it doesn't have too much space down there, but it's pretty fine. And it works and run electric pretty quick, and the visibility you will see in a second is very good. Otherwise, in terms of design and material quality, design is quite pleasant. I like the contrast, white with black. But when it comes to material quality, the only soft material is around here. We have this ecological leather in white, which look really good, but otherwise it's plastic everywhere. But I really like the approach with this white contrast around here. Some storage space there, not huge, but it's pretty useful. And here you have a speaker. Now, of course, guys, at this price range, you can expect too much, so it's really understandable. Now, the entrance you saw before, it's huge entrance, one of the biggest entrance, to be honest, in the back here. This is the way it looks. I really love the seats. The seats are one of the plus on this car. Not only that, they have this super interesting approach with extra foam, but they look also good as a contrast. It's a combination between ecological leather on the upper side around here and this textile material in the middle. They have also side support, also some ecological leather around here, and they have this extra foam here, which not only that give you a super nice comfort, but it also take all this vibration from the road and all these bumps, small bumps. You will be much more comfy. You have 2 Isofix on the rear. You can install 2 child seats, and also in the middle here they have made this place. Even a third person can sit in the middle here without any problem. Now, here in the middle, you don't have an armrest, but the good part is that it's much more softer, so a third person can sit here much more comfortable. So this is the advantage. Behind the front seats, you have also the same material, textile material here with storage space. I love that. I love this textile material. I don't like that plastic behind those seats, to be honest. Now, going inside, you go really easy here, and you will notice, let me close the door. you will notice that you have huge amount of space, to be honest. And let me go behind myself, because I already adjust that seat in my driving position so we can see exactly how much space I have. So I have 173 centimeters, and this is the space behind myself. I have huge amount of space behind myself, huge amount of space on my legs. Look at this. I can play with my legs. I can stretch my legs completely there. And if you look from the side, man, in terms of space, I told you in the beginning of the video, this car, it's a bless in terms of space. I think it's the most spacious car in this class for sure. And if you get the 5-seater, it's lovely. Look at this, huge amount of space, and I sit really well here. Huge amount of space on the head. Man, I think this is one of the most spacious car I have been in the last period. Even bigger cars in the bigger segments wasn't as spacious as this. Plus the visibility, it's phenomenal because you have this window extended around here. Great job, great job. If you want a budget, super spacious car with good comfort, man, this Citroen C3 Aircross, it's probably one of the best options, but go for the electric or go for the hybrid version. Now down here you have 2 USB, super useful these days in 2025. And we have a 12-volt port, which is perfect, exactly what you need to have in the back. The only thing that's missing here, but it's understandable, taking into consideration the budget, it's the air vents. We don't have air vents in the back, but right now, because the air vents are on pretty high, you feel it also here in the back. If I go in the middle, I can go relatively easy, to be honest, and I have plenty of space on my knees. The good part is that I still have huge amount of space on my head, also pretty good space right and left. And the good thing is that on the back it's pretty soft, and on the lower, of course, it's not as comfy as on the side, but to be honest, I can stay here for medium long trips without any problem. So great job, I love this space. So Citroen C3 Aircross, it's on top of the space for me on the second row. It's crazy. I mean, in the last period of time, look how much space I have here. Really good stuff. Now let me show you that, by the way, up here you still have some handles. Also here you have LED lights, so you have 3 different lights, and you have handles on the both sides, plus the quality material on the roof. I can't say it's extraordinary. It's fine from 1 to 10, around 6, but I love the fact that it's white, so make the interior much more pleasant, much more brighter. Now the dashboard look pretty simple, pretty clean design. Also, they still keep this classic look of the head-up display, like digital cockpit. It's right there in front, which is a great approach because it keeps your eyes close to the road. But otherwise, simple design, practicality and ergonomy, it's pretty good. I will show you when we get there. I like the way they place the multimedia screen. I love the steering wheel. It's so small and nice and easy to drive. And overall, I think it's a pretty nice, simple, classic, and I like that Citroen keep the Citroen signature as they had on the previous years. Going on the front, one big window from one piece. As I said before, no double glass, simple glass as on the rear, but good visibility around here. It's from one piece. Also a little bit lower, you have a different approach, because in comparison with the back door, you still have this chrome around here, this silver. A little bit lower, we have around here this ecological material, the same as on the rear. And then you have the buttons, electric adjustable mirrors. This is great. And then you have the buttons for the windows, plus lock the windows. A little bit lower, the same white approach here inside the door bands. A little bit bigger door bands than on the rear, which is better. And here we have the speaker. The entrance in the car, big as on the rear. This is the way it looks, and love the seats. One of my favorite part on this car are those beautiful seats. Super comfortable, manual adjustable seats, by the way, driver and passenger. You don't have the options to go electric. You adjust it manually. And the approach and the ecological leather here and here, side support, and those extra foam to take all this imperfection from the road, make those seats very comfortable. Normal, simple pedals, a little bit higher here, some textile material here in the nighttime. You have also some ambient light that hit down this area. It looks quite interesting. Here we have the position for the headlamps. Here you have a button where you deactivate all these annoying sounds when you kind of have all those safety features on. You can turn it off from here. Lane assist, you can turn it off from here. A little bit higher, we have the vents, which are very easy adjustable, and I love them, the way they look, also in classic Citroën. And otherwise, very simple approach, different approach than the other car manufacturers when it comes to cockpit. Usually the other cars manufacturers probably already know that they have the cockpit inside here through the steering wheel, but they design it and they try to go on this approach where you look at the cockpit over the steering wheel, not through the steering wheel. So from the point of view of driving, for me at least, it's much more pleasant, much more nicer to drive like that, because the steering wheel is smaller, so it sits a little bit lower, so my hands stay a little bit lower, just like that. So I feel much more easier, at least in the city. It's super easy. It has that go-kart feeling, like easy to drive, it's easy to go around. It's super assisted, the steering wheel, and I love that. And I love that it's small, they have a good grip. I like that, and the visibility is great. I mean, look at this. This is my eyes, exactly on my eyes. This is the way you see everything. So you have a very good view there, and you don't have to take your eyes from the road because you have all the information right there when you want, and it's a safe thing. And then here on the right side, they put the multimedia system a little bit closer to you, exactly in the middle, exactly perfect. You still see outside, but you still see here on the multimedia, and it's fantastic. I mean, you can go through different settings very easy, and it's very well placed, so you can reach it with hand super easy. Otherwise, steering wheel can be adjusted manually, up, down, forward, backward, so you can find your position, for example, where you want, where you are, no matter how tall you are, you can adjust it very simple. You have physical button for cruise control and different functions. You have physical button for voice command, telephone, and so on. Behind the steering wheel, you have the stalk for lights and wipers. And here, by the way, you can also customize a little bit. Let me go and show you, zoom in a little bit. You can customize a little bit. Come on, okay, now you can see it. You can go through the settings. The cool, interesting thing is that you cannot go into the menu in order to adjust some settings. You have to go in the cockpit in order to adjust some settings. So for example, if you want to go into the driver assistant settings, you have it right there on the digital head-up display, automatic high beam, active safety brake, speed change sound, driver attention alert, blind spot, and tire pressure. And you have user settings like language, units, gauge, and brightness. You can choose the brightness from here. And you have privacy and maintenance. So you have it all there while you're driving. It's much more easy to go through them. Plus, you have some extra settings on the cockpit there, accepting the speed and what you see right now. You can see on the right side the consumption on the trip A. Don't look at the consumption now because I use the climatic system these days on fully, and also when the car sits here, the climatic system is on, so you probably see a higher consumption. It's super hot outside today. I just burned my hand on the hood. Look at this, 43 degrees outside right now. It's freaking hot. It's really hot. So don't look at the consumption because it's the climatic system that runs and the car sits. But you can see different information here in the front. Here you can see a nice graphic with charging, eco, and power. And then here you can see a nice graphic with what happened with energy in real time when you're driving it. And I will show you that in the test drive video, of course. Going forward, you already saw all those stuff. You have another speaker here. Then here you have another USB-C, which is very useful if you want to use your phone. Here you have some textile material in the center. The glove box, it's relatively big, I would say. So it's quite nice. And here we have some vents. You can adjust it manually. They feel also good quality when you touch it. Hazard light button, lock button, and a little bit lower for all the people that love physical buttons for climatic system. You have them here, so you can adjust the climatic system with physical buttons super quick. And because we have this option with heated windshield, heated steering wheel, heated seats, and heated windshield, you just press this button and the windshield is completely heated. If you look closely, let me zoom on my finger. If you look closely inside the window, there are little lines that signify the car and the windshield. It's heated, so it's heated completely everywhere, not on the wiper, only on the wiper on the lower end, and that's really useful. This is the mirror, visibility in the back, relatively fine. Around the windows, by the way, you have a good visibility, also in the windows, also in the windshield. In the back there, a little bit of blind spot in the corner, but overall pretty good view. And also in the back there, this is the way it looks. The seats here, you have an armrest, which is great. It's soft, also ecological leather. You can also adjust it forward, backward, and you can open it and you have some storage space here, which is pretty useful as well. You can put different items, some storage space down here, and not only storage space, but you have another USB-C. They put so many USB-Cs in the car and it's so useful. Electronic handbrake. The car doesn't have auto hold, but it comes with this automatic transmission 6-speed where you can set the very easy the driving selector. The L button, by the way, it's kind of a B mode on other cars. That signify low. That mean when you go downhill, when you wanna regenerate through the engine brake, you can do that. And from what I understand, most of the engine brake, it's made by the motor, electric motor, so you recuperate also more energy when you use this. Or really interesting. And then when you go in reverse, this is the reverse camera. It comes also with a reverse camera and parking sensors, which is very useful. It's not the best on the market, but man, in this price range, it's exactly what you need to have. And then put it in park, easy as that. 2 cup holders. Here you have also wireless charging. I can charge my phone wireless and it's very quick, and I notice it's worked very good. You can see it's working immediately, where on some cars it doesn't work too good. So I test some other cars, and this is important. Now, if we go to multimedia system, it's not extraordinary complex or complicated as in other cars. I like that it's tilted a little bit to the driver, so I reach it very easy. And what I like, it's simple. I mean, you have the volume here on the right side. You have the home. This is the home screen where you have radio, phone, navigation. And then if you slide right, you have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto wireless, which is exactly what you need to have. You need to have a big screen, well positioned, easy to see, easy to use, and the possibility to connect it to your phone. And then you have all the apps that you want right here. I will have a separate video to show you how you can connect and how it looks. So check out that video as well. And then you have here some shortcuts from radio, you have telephone, you have here the navigation, and the car comes with a navigation, which is very good. You probably saw it also on other cars from Stellantis group, and it moved pretty quick. I mean, it doesn't have too much of a lag, so it works quite quick. The hardware behind it, it's pretty good. And you have also point of interest if you want to find something, for example, like, I don't know, gas station, banks, hotels, wherever. You find it very easy. You just go around, press one button, and boom, it gets you directly there. Super quick, super fast, super easy. And it shows you also nice graphic. If I'm not wrong, they use TomTom as a map, which is one of the best map anyway. Then you have the settings, general settings, language, factory reset, software updates, map update. Simple as that. And you have also on the setting here, the display. You have also the device and connectivity. And we have the audio settings, radio settings, balance fader, equalizer, volume. Simple as that. You have the clock. And that's it. I mean, it's super simple, just like that. Just like that. So up here, by the way, you have also vanity mirror, no LED lights. And here you have LEDs everywhere. You have SOS button, info button, and then some microphones and info about airbags. And that's it, guys. I hope that video was useful. I hope you get some useful information from here. So there are a few things to say about this Citroen C3 Aircross. One of it, super spacious, very good for space, good price for what they offer, great comfort, good quality materials, easy to drive. Love it. So those are the most important main things to keep in mind about this car. I think it's a great car if you're family with a low budget and you want a pretty easy, nice car to drive. And yeah, for more information, if you want to see the consumption, if you want to see how it's on the road, definitely check out the test drive video. There I give you more information about the car and you can see a little bit more. Thank you very much to all of you that watching my videos, really appreciate, so thank you guys. What will help me a lot, and I really appreciate if you can subscribe to the channel, like and share, that will mean a lot for me. Otherwise, thank you guys, stay safe, and we see you soon in the next one. Bye guys.